Welcome to the AG News Show. I'm your host, Roberto Alvarez-Galloso, serving you the best from way back in the boondocks here in Miami. Not the downtown. We are close to Homestead, Florida City, and the Florida Keys, where the real action is. For me, I have a pleasure and an honor of interviewing not just one of the Midwest's greatest singer-songwriters, but also one from Minnesota. I think that's right.
Yep.
Minnesota. Yep, we're from one Midwestern Ohio to another Minnesota. One of the greatest, Samantha Grimes.
Hi.
And I had the privilege of hearing her last album, Flower on the Wall, which I loved. I
Oh,
loved it.
wonderful.
But everything that Samantha touches, everything that Samantha Grimes touches, she's like the Queen Midas. Everything that she has touches turned to King Midas turned everything to gold that he touched. Samantha Grimes is one of the very few people that I know that touches something and it turns gold, silver, and platinum and palladium. Number one, what was your inspiration behind Flower on the Wall?
I actually it well, first and foremost, musically, I grew up listening to like the Mamas and the Papas and a lot of 60s inspired music. So that gave me the idea for having more of that vibe, just a little bit more folky and pop from that decade versus traditional with today. And then for the idea of the song, I was remembering a party I went to in which I went with somebody and they completely ignored me the whole time I was at the party. And I got stuck, cornered by somebody just wanting to get out of that party. And sometimes I feel like that in different aspects socially, where I just could want to be anywhere else. and and the song kind of writes itself. I always find that the songs that I really enjoy, the ones that do the best, are ones that write themselves very quickly. And that was one of them.
Great. You had a very long career,
Yeah,
and
most definitely.
you're one of the only people that I know, and this is a positive. You play the guitar upside down and on the left side.
Yep.
How did you learn to do that?
It was an accident. I was a little girl. I was 5 years old, and I asked for a guitar for Christmas, and I got it, but the guitar was too big. So I laid it on my lap and started playing it almost like a slide steel guitar. And then as I got older, I lifted it up, but I was already playing it left-handed. And then when I was about 8 or 9, my mother offered to get me guitar lessons. And when I went to go get guitar lessons, they said, "We can't teach you unless you flip it back the right way." And I already had it ingrained in my brain that I played the way that I played. So I just went without lessons and continued to teach myself.
That's great. How did you get started? We're going to be doing the proverbial question here. Your beginnings in this career as a singer-songwriter, the present, and even though nobody predicts the future,
Yeah,
how do you see your future? And what other things are you planning to do in the future?
sure. My everyone always asks what the aspirations are for what's coming next in the next year, the next 5 years, and I will be fulfilled and happy if I can just continue to make music and release it. And if people love it, that's all the better. But I've always been a songwriter since I was a little girl, and I can't imagine going forward in any other way. It's too much fun. It's therapy that pays for itself.
Great. How do you compare Flower on the Wall with other previous successes that you've had in the music field, especially the instrumental song, that instrumental song that you wrote, Serrated. I've never gotten over it. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I would say that this one, it's so hard because I feel like every release that I have is somewhat different. I don't really adhere to a genre or any style per se. This one is definitely a little more alternative than my normal Americana stuff, which is really cool. And I think that's what you're going to hear from me in the future is just delving into different styles. This next one that I'm working on is almost British rock, it's just there is not one style that I I stick with. And it's just because the song calls for what it calls for. I have pop songs, I have hard rock songs. It's whatever comes into my head is what I try to make come out in a track.
That's great. Now, I have a big surprise for you, some good news.
Okay, I'm
This
ready.
is a birthday special. This is a birthday special because you're a March baby and I'm a March baby, even though I have white hair. But that's another issue. That's another issue. I'm going to leave it like that. But since this is a birthday special, we also have another good news for you. Happy birthday for you and happy birthday for myself.
Yeah.
We have, we usually have elections for an award. We don't have people competing for the reward for the awards. We choose them after we do it like the Pope. We have a conclave either in this office or in some hotel in Homestead, Florida City, or even the Keys. And we chose you. Then we made an exception to the rule. We do our voting in February, but we decided to make an exception to the rule here in March. We have chosen you to be, get ready, embrace it, the Minnesota Female Americana Music Rebel for Life for your positive contributions to Minnesota Americana music.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. That is so cool. Me?
Yes, you're more than just a maverick. You're a rebel. You have just simply you have opened many opportunities to others, and you've gone where others have not gone before. And with this, we are going to give you the award. And in addition to giving you the award, we're going to be sending it to you by mail. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Okay.
And for me, it's a pleasure and an honor sending you this award. We will be sending it to you by priority mail. That we can assure you. Well, we could go express mail, but I can only go priority for now.
You can send it by pigeon. I am so excited. What an honor. Thank you.
For me, it's a pleasure and an honor. For me, it's a pleasure and an honor. Now, in this birthday special, how can we find Samantha Grimes material?
Well, you can do a Google stock. That's usually what I recommend people do. If you just Google Samantha Grimes, you'll find everything. My website is samanthagrimesmusic.com. And then all of my social, they all tie back to Samantha Grimes Music. So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on TikTok, even though I don't do as much as a lot of people do, but you can find me just about anywhere. And then all streaming platforms as well.
Great. In our case here, the AG News Show, you can find me in the YouTube under Alvarez-Galloso. I cover the whole world with just simply one channel. Alvarez-Galloso, ALVAREZ GALLOSO. You can always find it in the YouTube. We're also on Brighteon, BitChute, Gab, Rumble, and we're also in VKontakte. We hope to go to Blue Sky in the near future, but we're working on it. And of course, we're on Zelle. Just like NPR and PBS needs donations, our show does not survive on thin air. For us to advertise and give publicity to those who deserve the publicity, such as Samantha Grimes, we need people to donate to us. We need it, and we do it via Zelle. You can find us in Zelle. R as in Rhode Island, C as in Colorado, A as in Alabama, G as in Georgia, 62@gmail.com. And before I leave, I just want to congratulate you on not just on being the Maverick on MCMO, but you're also now the Minnesota Music Rebel for Life. Anyone who wants to become a rebel will have it like in the century or in the year.
Dang, that's so
And I'm
cool.
also inviting all other artists, all other Americana artists, including those from the Midwest, to come one, come all. Not for me, for you. You need the publicity. You need to show that you're an alternative to all the other established music that is around the world. And of course, I'm going to be making a personal plea. Please, Ali Dig, you're more than invited. You're the other half. You're the other part of that, of why Minnesota and the Midwest is becoming very, 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 very big.
You want to know something very interesting about Allie Dig?
Yeah.
When I first got to know who she was, I was very jealous of her. Very
Hmm.
jealous. And it took a long time for me to actually get in the same, um, under the same roof as her and meet. And from the moment I met her in person, we've been musically inseparable. She's a goddess and she's really awesome. And as soon as you have her on, she's gonna fall in love with you like I have.
Yeah, I do want her on our show because let's put it this way. You never, maybe you had the jealousy in the beginning. All of us have jealousies. In the near future, I could talk about the jealousies that I once had, but those are other issues. But you and Ali Dig, you're musical geniuses. You are musical geniuses. I'm not saying it to say, oh, you're a musical genius. The truth comes out, the serrated, the party, and the rest is the rest. Without much for my general public, I want to wish everybody the best now and always, with peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere. And in the words of Laura Marie, be loved. And in the words, Laura Marie is the Texas singer songwriter, and also in the words of Vanessa Lively, a Texas singer songwriter, be happy. And until next time, this is Roberto Alvarez-Galloso of the AG News Show. Just a minute, Samantha.